This search took some unexpected twists. Maybe she was able to find some food and water or something.
I really doubt if she would cross the track.
Well, there was a lot of shelter over there at that factory, but I don't know if that's where she's been.
I'll look through that field just from here. That will be a good indicator that I'm on the right path. It's like there's several deer out there. Another one right there. Annie, a tiny 10-pound Havanese rescue dog, vanished without a trace after her leash was accidentally dropped. Because of dangerously cold temperatures, her family was desperate to find her. We deployed our thermal drone, hoping to pick up her heat signature, but this search took some unexpected twists. Stay with us as we take you through the eventful story of Annie's disappearance, near rescue, and an ending that no one saw coming. When we got the call about Annie, we knew time was of the essence. A small dog like her, lost for a few days in the frigidly cold temperatures, was at serious risk. Annie was a rescue dog who was fast and skittish. She was on the run, dragging her leash behind her.
That way, the field, we walked the field, as best we could. It's real heavily junk from before. I don't think she would have gone in there, but if you go that way to the tree line back there, that's the river.
Okay.
The river follows all the way around. And then down this way, you cross the railroad tracks. I really doubt if she would cross the tracks. I think you're looking at an area about, I don't know how many square, but just, the woods is pretty bare now. Hi. So you can see everything in there.
Her owners, Dave and Judy, and the community members had already searched tirelessly for 2 days, but she remained elusive. That's when they called us.
The idea of her going east, I really kind of doubt, but
She would have come back.
she would have reserved reversed.
Okay, well, I'll get my drone going on and we'll start in this area and just kind of work our way around what makes sense and stuff.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's it.
Our first step was to identify the most likely areas Annie could be. What we're looking for, as you can see here, see how the sign is red? That's a sign I know because I see it out there, but it's red like that because the sun is hitting the back side of it. And so I'll look for those signatures, and then I'll use my zoom lens to zoom in to see what we're looking at, to see if it's what we're after. The sun's hitting the trees there, so that's giving off signal here. So there's a wee bit of wind up there too.
Yeah.
There's a rabbit. See the rabbit? Right here?
Oh.
So I'm just looking around there.
There's another speck.
Yeah, that looks like an object though. Yep, it's a fire pit. You can kind of, after a while, after you get used to deciphering through the little things, you kind of get used to seeing.
It has to pick up thermal.
Yes. Just gonna look through that field just from here. Or that's the reservoir. This is the field over here. Yep, another deer. Looks like there's several deer out there. Another one right there. Let's see here. We focused our drone search on open fields, wooded patches, and along the riverbank where she was last spotted. The challenge? Annie was in a residential area, limiting us to daylight searching only, and the bright sun created false heat signatures, making the search even more difficult. With limited daylight left, we combed through every possible location, but despite our best efforts, we found no trace of Annie that night. Dave and I are on our way out to look for Annie once again. Last night I went out and searched for a while. Was not successful. It was windy and cold, and in the area we thought she was at, she was not. So we decided to wait for more information to continue the search. This morning we had a couple sightings. We're about 10 to 15 minutes away from being on location. The sun is out, which is not awesome, but since we have fresh information, I think it will, hopefully that'll be what we need to be able to pinpoint her and bring her back home.
squirrel.
You said this house right here is the one that
Supposedly, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so she crossed from the
so about right in
power
here.
line to-
Yeah.
No idea kind of where she
No,
from here to that way. So maybe okay. Well, ideally, if she's on the move, that helps because that means if I see her, she should be moving. Hopefully, and that will be a good indicator that I'm on the right path. But yeah, and I can also swing around so that the sun shines on the other side of the trees, so it gives less false positives.
I did call the police, but I couldn't get them, so I told the sheriff. So.
Okay. Maybe she was able to find some food and
Yeah.
water or something.
Well, there was a lot of shelter over there at that factory, but I don't know if that's where she's been. So she went the opposite way of what we thought, or she circled around. I don't know.
I found her
What?
right there.
Ah, Dave,
You got her.
found her.
She's right there. She's
I don't see her.
yeah. See right there.
Yeah.
The fluff. She's about right there. Our thermal drone picked up a small heat signature near a house by the river. There she was, huddled and cautious, likely in full survival mode. Let me get around. Yeah, see, that's the thing I'm a little worried about is how are we going to actually get her? I thought about getting one of those net guns, for especially a small dog like this. Because what I'm concerned about is, especially since she's a rescue, she's going to be more skittish than a typical dog. But also, since she's been missing for a while, they get into a survival mode, and anything is danger. So they hear you coming, even if they know you. When they get into that mode, that doesn't matter. They will still run away from you. So there's a couple things. We could either go and see if we could lure her with a little bit of food. We have to do that very carefully. The other option is we've worked with people who set up traps and like put food inside the trap, like a live trap, and go inside. If we try to approach, we have to do so like, getting down low, not really talking loud, not even looking at her, but like maybe putting the food down here and maybe just kind of move a little closer. And like anything that if you look at her, they typically start to be a little, have their defenses put up. So there's numerous things like that we can try. If she doesn't let us get close to her, then I'm afraid our best bet then would be to try to trap her. We found Annie. She's literally right behind this house over here. We're gonna get the drone up there so we can keep an eye on her, and then we're gonna try to lure her with a little bit of food, see if she'll come to us. If not, we may have to end up trapping her. We just have to see. That's what we're doing now. So we're gonna get the drone up there, hopefully get Judy and Dave in there close so that we can recover Annie, bring her back home. We had a plan. Using food and strategic positioning, we aimed to gently coax her to safety. But just as we were about to make our move, something startled her. Just a little fur ball.
I don't know. Would the police come and help you?
Essentially, the basic things, we just need a few people to
Yeah.
kind of provide a little bit of a barrier so that we can kind of position it and then just kind of tighten that. Okay, so he's moving in close with some food. No, she ran down to the river. Dave, she ran down to the river. She's in a place where she can't move very quickly. Is she there? Okay. He's coming your way, Dave. She bolted. Faster than we could react, she vanished across the field. And just like that, we lost our chance. And I was hoping if she was running, I could see her. If she settled down somewhere, it's going to be hard because there's a lot of things, a lot of heat signatures. With the bright sun making thermal detection of a small dog difficult and strong winds picking up, we had no choice but to change our strategy. Humane traps with food were set in the area, hoping her hunger would lure her to safety. A local pet recovery partner assisted in placing them, and then we waited. After 5 long days, Annie had made it home, all on her own. Cold, exhausted, but safe. This was nothing short of a miracle. Against all odds, Annie navigated her way back. Judy told me the night of the first search that she was afraid the worst had happened. The search and rescue effort may not have captured her directly, but it undoubtedly kept hope alive. If you ever need help finding a lost pet, visit dronepetrecovery.com to connect with vetted drone pilots across the country. And if you want to support our mission, check the links in the description to learn more about our drone kits and how you can get involved. If you've ever had a pet go missing, share your story in the comments below, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more rescue stories just like this one.